Hey, friends and neighbors, how are you? We're out at the rifle range today, my private club that I belong to, and these are my favorite days. The weather is perfect, and we've got 26 acres, and I'm the only one here. Okay, and for a loner like myself, that's ideal. Alright, we're going to shoot a Flintlock today. This one is, I don't know, there was really never a gun that looked, well, no, I wouldn't say that. This would not be typical of any style of the past. It's kind of an Americanized Jaeger, okay? It's a Flintlock gun, which is what's different about it from the last gun I shot here at the range. Remember me showing you how to load a percussion cap gun? We're going to do the same thing today, but we're going to use a Flintlock gun. This one was made by Jack Honor of Corinth, Mississippi years ago for me. Okay, his name's on it. Had him sign it for me, so I'd remember who did it. I made the mistake once of, well, it turned out not to be a mistake. I had him build another gun for me, and I put my name on it. And after years of shooting the gun, it was a very good gun, I decided to sell it and get something else. But I had to find somebody who was willing to buy a gun with my name on it. And I did right away because it shot so well. Okay, so we're going to load a Flintlock. First and foremost, we're going to make sure it's not loaded already by doing the following thing. Hear that clink? Tells you the gun is empty. Another good thing to do is mark the rod that you have that comes with the gun, your field rod, to where the gun is empty. Alright? That way, you know where, mark it right there, you know where the empty gun is. Alright, some people say mark it when it's loaded. The problem with that is if you mark it where it's got an 80 grain charge in it, and the next time you want to go hunting, you're going to put a 100 grain charge, or target shooting, you're going to put a 60. You have marks all over your ramrod, and that's no good. I'll put this field rod back. I'm going to load this gun. I'm going to use, rather than this old funnel here, that comes to me from the days of Prohibition. My grandparents made bathtub gin to sell to the Irish. They were Sicilians, and they used this funnel to fill the barrels. Sicilians drink wine. They don't drink bathtub gin or bathtub anything. Okay. We're gonna take this little powder measure here, put in 80 grains of triple FG powder. Triple FG refers to the granulation of the powder. Pour it in. Make sure the barrel of the gun is never over your face. Take it out. Pick up your rifle. Give the breech a tap to settle the powder. Take out a shooting patch. Take out a ball. 530 ball in this case. Go to a 535. It's a tighter fit, it's harder to load, but more accurate. Center the patch, center the ball, screw side up or down, put it up. That way I know where it is for sure. Push it in with your long starter. This would be your short starter. You got a real tight fit ball. You need that. Take my range rod, load the gun, make sure that the ball is firmly seated on the powder charge. Okay, and you know what? I brought some 4FG powder, which is a very fine granulation powder, to put in the pan. Because the way this works is you get this little spark here from the flint going down and hitting the hardened steel frizzen of the gun when the cock goes down, and that little spark falls into the pan, and that little spark will ignite that fine powder charge. And when that flashes, it'll flash into that little touch hole there and set off the main powder charge. It explodes, pops the ball. But today, just to show you, people think, oh, they obsess over 4FG in the pan. One company for a while, Elephant, actually started, these guys, they're out of business now, too bad, I love their powder. Used to make a 5FG, really fine, like dust. Okay, but I'm going to use 3FG in the pan, just to show you that you don't have to obsess. If you forget your 4FG, just shoot. And it's easier to carry one granulation anyway. Put down the frizzen over the powder pan. on your glasses, hearing protection. Okay. Full cock, set trigger. Well, I saw a paper fly out the back, so I know I hit it. Let's see where I hit it. Ooh, I hit good. I hit good. Better than I thought. I'm shooting pretty good today. Yeah. You know what? We muzzleloaders, when we're shooting, I mean, look, this could be easier. I could be shooting one of my handguns today. You know, it's very easy. A 10-shot clip, bop, 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 bop. There's a reason we go through all this trouble. The reason is, when we're shooting these guns, we're somewhere else in our minds. Alright? Some people are off fighting the Revolutionary War. I guess these guys who are firing, they're shooting ARs and stuff like that at the range, or in God knows what battle. Those of us who are shooting percussion cap guns are in the Rocky Mountains during the fur trade era in our minds, hunting God knows what. You know, we're Jeremiah Johnson, Liberator Johnson, Jedediah Johnston, I think his real name was. You see that movie with Robert Redford and Stephen Girish and Will Geer and Del Bolton, who played Swan? What a great movie that was. I watch it often, but only in the winter for some reason. It's a winter movie for me. And when nobody's home, open a nice bottle of red wine and watch Robert Redford, who I understand is anti-gun, and you know, I mean, that movie was one of my inspirations for getting into muzzleloading back in the 70s. Okay, here we are in almost 2012. Jesus. Anyway, so we'll give this a little wipe with just about anything you want to wipe it with. I mean, some use spit. I like this wood alcohol because it dries real quickly in the barrel. Okay. So you saw the way that 3FG went off, right? In the pan, no problem. Don't let people tell you need 4FG. Well, if you have 4FG, by all means, use it. It's going to be even more reliable, just as the 3FG in a 54 is more reliable than 2FG. Alright, and that other junk, I won't name any brands, but the synthetic powders, don't use that. Don't use that. Don't use these new inline muzzle loaders. Learn how to shoot, for God's sake. And you'll really enjoy shooting either Flintlock or percussion cap muzzleloader. Those other guns are made for people who just want to rip off the season. It's a guy named Knight. I forget his first name. Tommy, Ted, I don't know. Knight, K-N-I-G-H-T, who out west somewhere years ago, when those of us who were around before muzzleloader season was established in many areas of the country, who fought to have a season established just for muzzleloaders like bow season. And just like the bow guys got ripped off by the compound guys, this guy invented the first of the inline muzzleloaders, which, you know, they say, oh, it loads through the muzzle, it's a muzzleloader. Baloney. It's a gun that gives a great advantage to people who are not sportsmen, people who just want to go out killing something. And they don't want to compete with hunters with high-powered guns. So they use a modern gun to rip off muzzleloader season. Okay? Now you'll see all kinds of videos on YouTube of people, you know, showing you how to use these guns and calling them muzzleloaders. Well, God bless them. I think you're just ripping off my season that I was, you know, involved in establishing in New York. Although many were all throughout the country. I forget what state it was at first. Was it Colorado that first established traditional muzzleloader season? I don't remember. But anyway, they began to define what a real muzzleloader was, a primitive gun. You know, for those of us who are off in the Rocky Mountains or, you know, fighting the revolution or whatever. Alright, so that's it for today. Unless you want to take a shot. Want to? Try it. It's easy. No? Okay, if you don't want it, I don't know what you're afraid of. You know, it's reliable, you saw. Didn't hurt me. Okay. Forget about it. I will turn the camera off then if you're sure you don't want to try. Looking around reading all the signs here. Police your brass. No brass. Well, there's a little a gadget you can use in a modern gun that shows people it's unloaded, so when they're down range they can feel safe. Don't need it. Okay? That's it. By the way, if you're going to use a mallet, if you're really getting into target shooting and you want a real tight load, don't go beating up your hand like I did over the years. Get yourself a rubber mallet and load with it. Okay? Alrighty. We're done.